Revolt again. Oh, good mark. Revolt on the lead. Beautiful delivery. Fire to Revolt.
Welcome back to Game Day, and this is the second week of the AFL Finals. Last night, the Pies season came to an end, and the Saints booked a date with the Hawks, Robbo. Third prelim in 5 years. They're pretty good.
Oh, they were very good. It was a very positive, aggressive and well-coached side last night, St Kilda. You know, Robert Harvey in the first quarter, good on him. We were so wrapped for him. He had 3 goal assists. He got in inside 50. Nick Riewoldt was on the end of 2 of them. Nick Riewoldt was best of field last night. An outstanding game. It was really funny. I mean, St Kilda dominated from the defence last night. They were able to bring it out really easy. 3 or 4 backmen had double-figure marks. They switched all night, and when they had control of the ball and there was no option, they really took their time, Tim, bringing it down the ground. And
Robert, whose performance enhanced their reputation?
Oh, Nick Riewoldt's, no doubt. I thought Lee Montagne's performance last night on a wing was very good. I thought Nick Del Santo was probably the second most important person on the ground. He's probably the most maligned player at St Kilda, and I thought he was magnificent in the final last night.
What about their defence, their young defence, Ralph Clark and Sam Gilbert in particular?
Yeah, Sam Gilbert, he's an interesting one, Sam. He can be the clanger king, Sam Gilbert, but he was very poised last night. Ralph Clark, that was the best game that Ralph Clark, I believe, has played for St Kilda. Now, the challenge for those guys is to follow up next week against Geelong, and at the end of the game was interesting. Shane Wakelin, the former Saint, he provoked this. Mick Malthouse...
That is a great scene, that, isn't it?
I'm really rapt at Mick Malthouse. He can be a real grumpy old bugger, Mick, after a loss, and especially after losing a final, to go down there and to give Robert Harvey a hug. I don't know if the rest of the Collingwood players wanted to be there, but Shane Wakelin, good on him. He dragged the team over. As for the rest of the team...
Particularly when it could have been his last game, Bucks.
It was. Well, I presume it was. We saw him go out after the game about 20 minutes after the match with his family and kick the ball around with his mum and dad, Chris and Libby. He's had a fantastic career, but the thing he actually did was to pull the Collingwood boys over and to stand there for Robert Harvey. It felt a little bit weird. I was watching, I thought, geez, this is a bit weird because these blokes have knocked you out. But in the end, what do you lose by it? It was a great game.
Just shows you how much respect the great guys...
And the fact that they played together, yeah.
I think Cloak went into the game under a bit of an injury cloud or an illness cloud, but the fact is, do Collingwood have to change the way they play a little bit? Because if you do shut down their centre-half forward, it seems to me that their game plan just falters.
Well, I think what St Kilda were able to do was just... They were able to control the ball so that Collingwood couldn't put pressure on them, and that was really what they were able to achieve. Collingwood only laid 26 tackles, which is a season low for all teams. So, and Collingwood rely on that so much. But St Kilda were very good, controlled the tempo of the game, and were able to run away with it.
Bucks, after the game, Mick last year apparently didn't say anything. This year he got straight into the Mad Monday celebrations and started talking to everyone about what they're going to do. Let's have a look at this after the game. Was he just sort of appointing tasks to everyone and what they were doing? Like,
no, this is an annual occurrence. Mick grabs every member of the club and sits them down and basically gives a summary of, you know, where he thinks, you know, what's just happened, where they are, what they should go away with, what they should have in their minds over the off-season. Everyone does individual reviews, but Mick likes to get the whole club together, and he would have said to be disappointed about what has happened, that there are steps that have been taken and there's positives to take out of it, but don't be happy with where you are.
Is it possible, Bucks, that he could have done a John Worsfold after they lost the premiership and he had to go at Daniel Kerr and Ben Cousins? And is it possible that Mick could have been saying, because I was watching the game last night, saying Didak, Shaw, wouldn't you have loved Alan Didak? Could he have said, you've hurt this football club this year? Could he have gone to that extreme?
No, I don't know if John Worsfold did that. And I don't know if...
No, John Worsfold has admitted that he had a go at Kerr, and he said to him, you guys have hurt the footy club this year.
Well, Pagan did that too after the grand final, lost to Schwartz and
Do you think
Archer.
Mick could have been thinking that with Didak?
Oh, there's no doubt that he's got the possibility of that, but and that's why you've got to have the strength of your convictions as a leader. You know, both as a coach, the CEO, president, leadership group, they've made that decision. You live and die by it, and really the evidence of the benefit of that won't be seen for years.
welcome back to Game Day. There is one mission for the 4 teams, make it 3 teams that are trying to stop the Cats. It seems like mission impossible for many of them, Bucks. You spent the last 3 days without food or water, analysing with Tim. hypothesising, dissecting, and you've found some chinks in the armour between you two boys. You're going to tell us exactly what they are.
Yeah, I've found a few. We've obviously had a lot of time to watch them, and we've got some vision here of basically what you need to do to go about beating the Geelong team. We know that they like to feed the ball out the back, and they spread from their defence. They're that good that you want to be able to try and put as much pressure on them as you can, but invariably they find this loose player. You've just got to keep coming up to them, keep taking the game to them and contesting with them. You can't afford to have anyone drop off the back of the contest, whether it be in a clearance situation or in general play, because they'll just use that loose man better than their opposition will. And that's obviously been something that they've been very good at. The other thing that they do very well is pressure in defence. They're very good when the ball's not in their hands or when it's in dispute as well. One of these highlights that we picked out here was exactly what I was talking about. Collingwood just kept running up to trying to put pressure on the ball carrier. It's no use trying to man up all of their outlets if you haven't got pressure on the ball carrier, and that's something Collingwood were able to do when they got on top of Geelong earlier in the year, and it's something that you'd like to see the Bulldogs do next weekend.
Collingwood had a lot of success against Geelong on this particular night. I mean, everything worked for them, but they also pulled apart the Geelong defence when they almost made Scarlett's man a decoy, and then they opened up. I mean, they were trying to attack their lesser defenders that night. I mean, is that also the way that you need to apply your game plan?
It is. We know how well Geelong's defence operates together, and one thing that Collingwood did do on that night was to use Anthony Rocca as a decoy. He ran up the field. Now, I've seen teams try to do that to Scarlett since, and they haven't fallen for it. He stayed primarily inside the back 50 and been able to rebound from there. But that's definitely been something that sides would like to do. It's just so hard to as we can see here.
Yeah.
Anthony, you see the vision here. Anthony Rocca up around the middle of the ground. I think he had 4 or 5 touches this game, Rocca, but he was an important part of the structure for the club. And if Scarlett's running back towards Geelong's goal, you know you're doing well, because when he's streaming the other way, he's so dangerous.
The other thing you need to do is you've got to get your hard bodies into the midfield as well. I mean, they pushed aside some of the St Kilda players last week who aren't really undersized players, but they didn't have the body strength that Geelong had. And I would expect guys like Cross and Mitch Hart and these blokes to be in there around the contest as much as they possibly can. They need those blokes there.
Tactics, a lot of tactics in footy. What's the one and only unconditional in footy?
Well, you got to
win the hard ball. And isn't it funny how tactics unfold when you win the hard ball?
Yeah,
but it's
that's true,
start,
but
isn't it?
That's not enough, though. That's not enough in modern-day football.
But squaring up against Geelong, winning contested possession against Geelong, even if you get even numbers, you're still going to lose the game because they're so effective with the ball. You need to counter their game plans, and there is ways to do it. It's been done, Hamish.
Can they do it?
It's just a matter of the Western Bulldogs.
Yep.
Oh, unlikely.
Okay.